Hey there viewers, and welcome to the School of Mr. Cuddly. So today we are going to be concentrating on long throws, attacking long throws, viewers. So I'm going to show you 6 examples of goals I have scored due to long throws, whether it be pretty much almost direct or ricochets along them lines. And with this tactic, viewers, over the last 2 seasons, I have probably scored 20-25 goals in these sort of scenarios. So I'm just going to show you 6 today, and I'm going to quickly show you how I've set it up on my tactics. It's nothing amazing whatsoever. It's very, very simple. So I'm hoping, viewers, that you'll watch this, you'll take it on board, you'll take it with you. This will be loaded onto the Steam Workshop shortly. This has worked wonders for me in the Championship, and it's worked wonders for me over in Italy. However, the save I'm doing in Italy, I can't show anything just yet, so I can show you my current game for this season and last season, how I've scored goals from long throws. So sit back, relax and enjoy the master scoring goals from throw-ins. Hey viewers, so here we are in the tactics setup page for the long throw-ins, and today we are going to learn, well, I'm going to show you how I score a lot of goals from long throw-ins. It's all about the long thrower and the strength and heading ability of the direction you are throwing the ball into. So for example, before I show you how good they are, I have set up so that my striker in this case is Puskas of Reading. So I've got my long throwing taker, who has a 13 for long throws. He's probably the best in my squad for what I've got. You can target your... I personally like to use my left backs or my right backs for long throws, because then you've still got free covering at the back. I don't bring my defenders up unless they are the best headers of the ball and your forwards or midfielders can't cope. But in this case, I'm very, very fortunate. I have a very strong striker who has the strength, good heading ability, excellent sort of all-round, really, for a target man, so to speak. So just quickly, I'll show you this. We have my left back I have chosen as my long throwing player. So what you will also notice is here I've left my right back, my centre backs in position. Although my centre backs aren't too bad, you know, with the heading and the stamina and the strength, I still decide I need to leave them back. So that allows me to have my forward attacking players just in and around. So any player you choose, so I've chose this player. There's nothing about him special enough to say, oh yeah, we're going to throw the ball to him. It's not working like that. He's someone who is going to be able to react. He's lightweight. He's my winger. He's got pace, and his reaction skills will probably be better than if he was to put a centre half there. So that's my personal way of thinking about how this works, viewers. Okay, so straight away we spoke about your strong player on the front. I'll show you his attributes in a moment. Just someone to go forward, someone marking the goalkeeper, and again, always have someone going onto the far post. It doesn't matter how good this person is. He's going to pick up scraps on the back post. That's all he's going to do if it gets to that position. Very unlikely it's going to get there. And then once again, I just have my midfielder just hanging around saying get forward, again to pick up any scraps that fall around in the 6-yard box. Always have one player on the edge. That's just me personally. Feel free if you want to bring him in, but this is just how I do it. And all I do, is I get my throwing taker to throw it to the front post. That's all I do. So if I click this, he's going to go long. Okay, he's instructed, I'm sure I put the instructions on, yeah, he's instructed to go to the front post. Okay, what do? I put this man on the front post. So his jumping reach is 14, strength is 15, heading's 15, off the ball is 15. His bravery is not too bad. You know, a bit more could be gotten out of him. But playing this tactic has got me so many goals, and I'm going to run through a few goals with you shortly. Now, it doesn't always happen where the long throw comes to the player on the front post attacking it. It doesn't. A lot of the times, or 50% of the time, it comes in around this area here. So by us having a player marking the goalkeeper, yes, he does try and come and get the ball, but more often than not, when they try to come and collect the ball, they get caught up in the mangle of these three players all going for this one ball, plus their own defenders. I'd say 8 out of 10 times we win the flick-ons, and these two players here are at the back post to put it in the back of the net. That's all it is. It's as simple as that. I'm just going to show you a quick selection. I'm probably going to show you 5 or 6 short clips of goals, and probably just explain each time we take one and go through it. Okay, so now you've seen the tactic. I don't really do any defensive tactics on this. It's all going to be attacking forward. So if we go to the left side, it's the same setup. You'll see exactly the same setup. The instructions are exactly the same. And again, always thinking about my defenders. I'm always going to leave 3 back, 4 if you include that. Once the throw-in's been taken, if there's any danger, the person taking the throw-in, in this case, wrong player there, but in this case, your highlighted player, we'll change him now actually. You know, in this case, if the ball breaks, we have him backtracking as well. So we're going to have 4 or 5 players rear guarding against what could be a counter attack. So for me, this works a treat. It really, really does. So I'm going to go over now, viewers, and show you a few examples. It's all going to be with the same team. In this case, it's going to be with Reading. And just so you can have a rough idea of how things work. So I'm going to go over now, viewers, and show you. Right, viewers, so the first goal I'm going to show you is from the, I think they're all the Championship that I'm going to show you, is from the Championship. And this is a long throw, so the person taking the throw is Moore. Moore is no longer at the club, so we've had a change. Obviously, we won promotion during this season, and largely helpful with the goals that we scored from throw-ins, free kicks and corners. So a lot of the stuff you're going to see is going to be based on in fact all of it is probably going to be based on Championship. I've not included the Premier League goals. I've not scored as many goals in the Premier League, but I have scored 12 to 13 already this season. We're only in January in the second season. So anyway, I'm going ahead of myself. So as you can see, Moore's going to take the long throw. Okay, what we have is these 2 people here are our 2 main people. Now, at the time at the club, with what we had available, we would have 2 strikers here that are both good at heading, both good at stamina, both good at jumping reach, but I haven't got that available with the tactic I've shown you. So all I've done is I've just put anyone around the box. So as you can see, there's 4 people in the box. Ideally, the ball needs to come around to these 2 players. That's what we're aiming for. Anything else other than that is going to come here. We did at this stage not have anyone on the goalkeeper, and the reason for that was literally this was very early on with the throw-ins, and we never really changed it because if it's broke, don't try to fix it. Yeah, but what I tended to do in the Premier League was put players on the goalkeeper because it's a little bit more difficult. But in this league, I didn't have the urge to do that all the time. There were some games where I tactically changed it, where we had a few throw-ins and it wasn't working, and I'd quickly put someone on the goalkeeper. So you may see that in between these videos, but it's just a simple movement of tactics by putting someone on the goalkeeper or taking them off. It's just tweaking it here and there. Tweak it to how you find it works best for you. Okay, so there would be times where I've tweaked it, but the main way the tactic works is how I've shown you on the previous tactics page. So I'm going to run this through, and then I'll run it through slowly afterwards just to show you. Okay, viewers, so I'm going to pause it and just run it through after we've paused it. So the throw is going to come in, so I'm just going to pause it there. Okay, so there's nobody on the goalkeeper. That would have been this player here. Okay, so normally this player would be on the goalkeeper. We haven't done that. We've got 2 players here that are good at, being in the air. They're strong. They've got good strength about them. They've got good jumping ability. And depending on how deep the ball goes, is depending on what the player does. Whether he tries to volley it, he tries to header it. They manage to take control of it and pass it and shoot and score. In this scenario, I do believe this goes straight in the goal from Lucas João. I think he just side foots it in the goal. The ball comes down in this gap and he side foots it in the goal. I'm pretty certain. So let's just run this through. There we go. Easy goal, scored loads. Okay, so that's the first one. So the ball has come in, the long throw. The idea, he wins the flick on, these three can win the scraps. That is the purpose of this throwing. And believe it or not, this guy was the wrong guy to receive the throw, due to it being the wrong player. So for some reason Puskas wasn't playing or Lucas João wasn't there, but it's the same way regardless of the player. You just need to win that first flick on. So I'm going to run it through. So he wins the flick on, and the person actually scoring the goal in the end is Lucas João, who really it would suit more to win the flick on. But again, that would have been my error because I hadn't changed him around because of an injury, because Luca wouldn't normally start. But you get the same idea of how it should be. He still wins the header, he wins the flick on. We have a 3-on-3 situation. That tells me we have a 50% chance of winning the ball and putting it in the back of the net first. And very fortunate for me throughout this season, this particular season, the 50% probably turned into 75% every time we caused a problem with a long throw. Okay, so I'm going to go and show you another goal. Hopefully it can be explained a little bit better. Right viewers, this is another long throw from the right side, and the idea is going to be on this one. We throw it around to the front post here to win any flick-ons or get an attack on goal straight away. So as you'll see, 1, 2, 3, there should be someone else there. This is the guy that's going to be lurking on the edge. Okay, so let me just run this through a second. Right, look what we got there. So the ball has now been thrown. We're going to have one there, one there, one there, and one there, who is currently unmarked to the back post. That's irrelevant. All we're trying to do with these 3 players, or these at least 2 players, is take the players away from the action where the ball is. In this instance, viewers, the intentions of where the ball needed to go is successful, and by that I mean the throwing goes directly to the forward headers the ball straight into the back of the net. So I'm going to run this through and show you. So there we go, Lucas João beats the goalkeeper to the ball, scores. It's as simple as that, viewers. It is as simple as that. Right, viewers, so this goal, right hand side, a little bit similar to ones we've seen before, and this ball is going to be thrown in around this area here once again. Around this, let me just make a note, okay? We've got 4 players in there. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 including the goalkeeper, 10 if you want to include this guy. So that's 9 players in the same area as 4 of mine. This is where it shows the importance of the strength and the heading ability you need for your players, to sort of hustle for the ball, you know, get the jump, head of the ball. It's just got to be there, and this is a prime example, viewers, of that. So what's going to happen here, he's going to make the long throw around to this area here, and it's up to these 2 to cause havoc and get something on the ball and see if it can produce a goal or a chance. So I'm going to run this through, and you know, we'll see for ourselves. So here we go. So the ball goes long. Once again, score a goal. So viewers, this is one of them throw-ins that I discussed earlier on about how important it is to have someone just lurking on the outside, which will be someone like so this guy here is the one that actually ends up scoring the goal, but it's how it's created from the long throw with the movement of these 4 players to allow the space. So when this guy scores, just look at the space that he's in to get his first shot off. It's simple, it's easy, but it is so effective. Okay, I'm just going to run this through and excuse me, viewers, I'm going to run this through and let you see. So the ball goes long. Right, it's gone there. So let's pause it. This is my left-sided midfielder at the time. Look what we have here. We have all this gap here, viewers. All this gap here. We have 2 players. That's my holding midfielder, and he's my box-to-box midfielder, and he is marked by absolutely nobody. So I'm going to run this through and look at the space when he gets his shot. So he's going to shoot. Okay, so bearing in mind, viewers, this has all come from a long throw that I've created. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, including the goalkeeper, 8 defensive players against my 5, and he's only just come into the box. So there's been 4 players sort of holding up the whole play of that box, allowing our box-to-box midfielder to come in, come onto the ball and strike it. And this is the end result, viewers. You know, he gets 2 bites at the cherry, and he smashes it in. So I'm going to show you one more, and it's actually from this same game that we went on to win 2-1. We got a player here, a player here, a player. It's the same every time. This player now is more closer to the action than he probably has been for most of it. He's right where he needs to be. Okay, so I'm going to play this through. I'm going to pause that there. So this guy here has run out of the way, right? His intention is to take 1 or 2 of them players to that near post. The ball's gone over his head, and it's going to drop into this area here. And just watch what happens. Right, again, the player I've put on the box there, in this instance, is the defensive midfielder. So the long throws cause havoc. Yes, they've cleared it this time, but the importance of having a player on the outside of the box, for me, viewers, personally, just for me, works a treat. I've probably scored 6 or 7 like that, and I can dig some more out and show you if needed to, but I'm kind of hoping the ones I've dug out already will be more than enough proof and evidence that the tactic can work. So I'd like you to take that away with you, viewers, and sort of maybe think how you would change it or make it more of a threat than what I'm doing. I mean, for me, I'm scoring so many goals off throw-ins, free kicks and corners, that I don't need to change anything. But this will be on the Steam Workshop fairly soon. It will probably be called Mr. Cuddly's masterclass of throw-ins or something like that. So keep a lookout for it, viewers. And what would be absolutely amazing is if you've watched this video and you've enjoyed it, if you can give me a nice thumbs up and hit the subscribe button on the bottom right of your screen. It would be amazing, viewers. Don't get me wrong, I didn't set this tactic up, viewers, and it worked every single time straight away. There was practice. It was, you know, I've done this at the very beginning. I went through all pre-season and probably only scored 2 goals. Then all of a sudden it just gelled, and once it gels, it gels. It's the same as when you don't know what tactic to use for a team and you want to implement your own tactic, but you know it's going to take a long time for the players to get it. It's the same with these, viewers. It's the same with your corners, same with your free kicks, and certainly the same with your throws. So, viewers, keep on hustling, keep getting there, keep trying. Let's see more tactics on this. On the throw-ins, you don't see so many, so that's why I decided to do one for corners, throw-ins and free kicks. I've already done corners. This is the throw-ins. There will be one soon for free kicks where, yet again, viewers, I score dozens and dozens of goals. So, viewers, until we meet again and next time we can see some more free kicks from me, viewers, it's over and out.